What up? It's alertwolf here. I'm gonna bring you another review, and this review is of Hunter x Hunter episode 66, Strategy and Scheme. Alright. Now, basically the episode opens up with hold on a second. With the pro hunter exam for Killua. Now, when I saw this made me crack up. And again, you guys remember I don't read the manga, so I didn't know this was coming. So he gets in. They had a lot more than usual, or they had a lot of combatants, and I think it's something like 1,500. And so he was told, listen, you know, by the instructor that they had to fight it out, and you had to get you had to fight it out, and the people left standing or whatever it was. I think you had to knock out a certain number of dudes, and you qualified. So Killua literally knocked everybody out. He gets to what's his face, the guy that helped them out as far as the purchasing. And he's like, yeah, it sucks. I'm sorry, man, but I'm the only winner here. So he knocked him out, and so he's the only one there. And literally, the guy from the exam is like, "All right, you pass." So I thought that was funny. He won it in like a second. So he was they've been tracking him. They knew he was good enough to be, he really went through the exam last year, and he was good enough to make it. So he's a pro hunter. Alright, they go back. They get shown all the cards that they have. And Killua tells Gon to use one of the cards, which allows him to talk to anybody he's bumped into. Now, they find Lucifer's name in the Rolodex. And he's someone he's bumped into while here. And they're like, Lucifer? But how's that possible? He had the Nen chain and all that. And I'm gonna go. Killua was like, I'll go tell Leorio. Stupid. I'm gonna go tell Kurapika what's going on, and so he's gonna go leave the game and call him. All right. At the same time, we see the Phatom Troup, and they see the name too, and they're like, "There's no way it's him, obviously." But remember what the letter said: "Go as far east." So this must be east of New York, this island, and to find someone who could remove the net from his body, the heart chain. And alright, remember what I said last week? I said that if the Phatom Troup ever found out about what's his face? Hold on. Wrote his name down because I forget people's names. What was his name? Give me a name. Oh, Abengame. There we go. He would they would be looking for him, even though people think he's dead now, because he has the ability to create one of those creatures, and I called it last week, so that's pretty good on my end. So, and they find out that the person who put the name there was Hisoka, and Hisoka shows himself. So Hisoka's part of this arc. And I guess the idea is anything to lead to him getting his powers back so Hisoka could finally fight him. Kind of means Hisoka's, he's on Hisoka's side. So they get it. And now they're going to try to find Abengame. Abengame. Even though they don't know that he actually exists, but they know he's on the island. They don't know who he is. That's what they're looking for. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so then Killua tells Kurapika what's going on. Kurapika's like, listen, I don't think he had anything to do with it. Or not anything to do with it. That he was there, I would know. And he's like, oh, you seem pretty calm about this. Trust me, I know it's a possibility, but it didn't happen. He's like, oh, alright. Oh, okay. He's like, but thanks for the help, buddy. Ain't no problem. And so he bounces, and then you see that the people he worked for has fallen on some hard times because the daughter, she had lost her abilities because Lucifer, copied them and took them. But and then then the next thing, they go back and Goten's like, oh, it's time for more training, and he's like, and she's like, no. Biscuit's like, no, it's time to play the game. So they start playing the game, and they start tracking down a lot of cards, winning different things. Goten starts wearing one of the amulet cards, and they do it's a whole montage of just getting rare cards. Then some of the players in the game conduct trades. So you have Goten gets contacted by the guy who stole the sword from him, and he wants to do a trade, and they agree to it. Meanwhile, the bombers get contacted by the other group that collected most of the cards, their rivals, and they want to trade for a couple of A-rank cards, some S-rank cards. We also find out about this dice, and the card's dice abilities is if you roll, it's a 1 in 20 chance of getting bad luck. Everything else is good luck, and the good luck, you win, But if anything you do right afterwards, and you'll have good luck in it. But with the bad luck, you get the bad luck that accumulates from everybody winning, and most oftentimes that's fatal. And bombers have been using people to use this combination to win things for them. Now the bombers debate whether they think it's a trap. It's probably a trap, but they're going to use a combination of 2 cards to steal like 10 of their cards immediately and bounce. And that's their plan. So they agree to the meet, and that's their thing. And basically, the game is afoot on how everything working, because that's pretty much the episode. It's all about they're trying to go hunt down new in different way, new cards in different ways to go get things. And that's it. That was the episode. Now, and then the narrator says the story is reaching its climax. So, what do I think about this episode? So, I thought this episode was hilarious. Basically, the whole thing about the Hunter exam being over like that made me crack up. I broke out laughing when I saw that. I like the stuff with the Phatom Troup. I like the fact that I called it and I was right. And I like the fact that now they're getting more active. Hisoka's evolved. And we're gonna see these 2 evil groups go at each other. Meanwhile, Goten and Killua and Biscuit are playing their own game. So it's interesting to see how these 4 groups are gonna interact. Having said that, I think I'm gonna rate this episode a 3. It was a good episode, solid. It was funny. I enjoyed it. The action was pretty good. So yeah, just a 3. It was, nothing too spectacular, but it was still a solid episode. It was still good. So I enjoyed it. Now the next week's episode is called 15 by 15, and and it looks good. So I'm trying to see if it it looks like they go into more cities. They run into that group that was that they traded with, and we see what happens between the bombers group and the other group collecting the cards. So in my opinion, I think the bombers are going to die, but that's just me. So alright, so again, 3 out of 5. So click it up if you like it, comment if you must, and please, please, please subscribe if you can. And this is Alert Wolf signing out.